welcome back to my channel. I know I haven't done a video all summer. I've been on Instagram, sorry. So I want to show you my garden. It is mid-September and oh my gosh, it's beautiful, but I know the cold is coming. This morning it was 47 degrees and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's gonna be all gone soon. So I want to show you what it looks like. Let's go. I figured let's start with my most favorite view, my front yard. So this year I decided to do pink as my color scheme, and anybody that knows me knows that wasn't hard to do because pink's my favorite color. So at the very front, the base of my garden bed, I did the Jazzberry. This is the new Super Tunia Vista by Proven Winners, and it did not disappoint. It is gorgeous, and it's a statement piece. It's a showstopper. But here we are mid-September, just to give you some idea. These have been here since May. There was a bike passing, I'm sorry. And it's just absolutely gorgeous. Over here, I did Snowdrift. This is just two itty-bitty little plants. And it filled everything up. I have my roses over here, my Floribunda roses. They're petering out. I didn't prune. I knew I was gonna do the video, but I didn't prune. It's okay. Ignore the cord. It's my power source. My blue juniper is stretching. For some reason, this is getting really tall. So again, I've trimmed these at the top because they've been trying to take over at the top of the garden bed. Don't laugh, guys. I have to show you these. Have you ever heard of ground cherries? So I planted these last year in my vegetable garden, and I don't know, the birds probably picked up the seeds. They've sprung up everywhere all over my yard, and I leave them because they are delicious. So, another roses now. This beauty. Let me talk about this for a second. I knew when I pruned this year, and I'll throw up the video up on the side that I showed you guys, it looked like sticks and twigs. But if you have faith, this is the Limelight by Proven Winners. Oh my gosh, it was a beauty all through the summer. It still is. What's funny about it is the fact of how it has this weeping effect right now, simply because we had like a lot of rain. It was a lot of rain, and it pretty much, the limbs, they kind of bent over like a weeping effect, and I like it. Prior to that happening, it was upright. It was almost as tall as the juniper, but I think it's lovely. Same repeat. Oh, under the bottom this year I decided I was gonna I did some Super Tuna Mini Vista White, and I forgot what that one's called. I'll throw up the name in the corner. And I just did that under. And here's something that I learned. Because the hydrangea came down, it got more shaded. The parts that are not getting full sun, it's not as full as like the other areas, but that's okay. It's beautiful. And I think next year I'll do a similar pattern. Obviously I'll choose another color, but I don't know what I'll be doing. And it's a repeat over here, same thing. Over here I have my self-watering planters, which did really well. I learned a couple of things. There were a couple of days that I forgot to water, and oh boy. But they stood up to the test of time. They're beautiful. This is Mini Vista Pink. I think there are some Super Bells in here. There's yellow Super Bells. I'm not gonna get up too close because it's pretty from afar. Then over here, this is my little trial. Oh Lord. So we have the Jazzberry on the bottom. I have these roses I got late mid-season. These are by Proven Winners as well. I think, I can't remember the exact name. I don't know if it's creamsicle. I can't remember. I'll throw it up on the thing. I had to change the juniper over here out because we had, one of our pipes were broken and it just slowly died. I can't explain what happened. I was devastated, so I went back to the garden center and I was like, I want something different. Those are full, they're tall. I don't need the same thing over here. And so I ended up with this one. I think it's gorgeous. It's a weeping effect. I'll look for the name and I'll add that as well. Now, you see these hoses over here? There's a story behind it. This green hose ran from the side of my house all the way back to the vegetable garden, which we'll get to a little later. And that's about 300 feet. And that's what supplied the vegetable garden for the first couple of months. All right, let's head on over to my mailbox, which we're going to talk about. There's nothing there, as well as my tree stump planter. You're going to love it. So as you can see, the mailbox is blank. A couple of things I'm realizing. I planted impatiens there. It didn't work. Nothing happened. They died, and I said, you know what, forget it. I'm not even gonna be bothered. So next year I'll think of something to do here. I might have to revamp the whole thing. Not sure yet, but we'll see. Over here is my tree stump planter, which is magnificent, and it's a test case for me. I mean, this plant did really well. This is a Proven Winner recipe. This is the Prince Tut, which is here on top. Oh, it's really wonderful how it did. Really striking. It's a showpiece here in the front of the yard. And then on the bottom, we had Jazzberry. But here's why I said this was a test for me. I know that this area does not get full sun all day, and I'll show you. This is a full sun plant, and for the most part it's vibrant, it's beautiful. There's a little corner back here, which I don't mind because it's at the back and nobody could see but me from the backyard. There was no sun hitting that. I have some weeds in it, so I'm gonna move away. And down here, remember I did the cardboard method, and then I put soil in and planted these, and they did wonderful. I'm surprised they did as well as they did. So I know that it works now, and it's eye-catching when you're driving by. I'm back up by the front of the house. These are my other self-watering planters. This is the I can't remember the recipe, but I'll throw up all the names of all the supertunias that are in here. But it did glorious, and there its counterpart over on this side. It did really well for us this year, as they always do. I'm not surprised. It is just gorgeous. Then over here, this is by far my favorite that I've done in the lollipop garden. Look at this thing. It is gorgeous. Look at how full it is. And I'll throw up the timeline. I started to trim it up, as you can see down here, and I didn't get to that side yet. I said, but it's magnificent. It's taking over the bed. Look how beautiful that is. And I tend to only put one flower color in this bed because it's small, but it's a statement. Over here, ignore my extension cord, is my favorite planter of the whole season. This is the Jazzberry with my elephant ears. I couldn't ask for more. However, when I bought this planter, I'll throw the picture up so you could see, it had the nightingale in it, which were super bells. So I learned a lesson that Jazzberry, it's a boss. It's a complete boss. It took over. I can't even tell you where the nightingale is, but it's a good pairing with my elephant ear. It's my husband's favorite plant, so I plant it for him every year. And I'll show you my little test garden. I'll do a separate video on that when I'm doing the vegetable garden. And I have some more elephant ears over there to show you guys. But look how magnificent. I haven't trimmed it yet. You see my shadow in here. Look at how gorgeous. It's touching the ground. I'm probably going to trim it up this weekend. And then on the deck, I'm going to take you up there to show you my other stuff. These ones are the ones that I have on the deck. It's a mirror image of the ones that are by the garage. These are the smaller version, but look how well it's doing. It's just beautiful. I couldn't ask for more. I know these aren't flowers, but I wanted to share this with you. This is my lemon tree, the one that I'm always picking lemons from. But this is the plant I wanted to finish this video with. I'm gonna throw up, and I'll link the video that I did. This is the plant I wanted to finish the video with. You guys, if you remember, I planted an avocado from seed. Look at this. Look at that. Isn't she beautiful? So I'm going to bring her in before it gets cold. And so that we'll see what happens next season. And then I have my little lavender plant over here. I kind of stuck it in a pot until it gets warm. But look at that avocado. Isn't she gorgeous?